Hi everyone, my name's Pieta Valentine. I've written 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit. Now today's session is on tolerance issues with a friend visiting a dementia unit, visiting her friend. Now, tolerance, yes. It's a big subject, this tolerance business, because some people have more tolerance than others, I might say. But let's take it with Trina again, who's in the unit and her friend's visiting, and bringing out typical examples of, tolerance when it's needed and how to, access it when you do need it. Patience and tolerance are, required in a dementia facility for some people more than others. But let's say the friend that's visiting Trina has a fairly good level of tolerance, but she's being tested a bit with Trina, and this is how she goes about being able to, work on it. Okay, so the friend comes in to see Trina. They do their usual routine of reading the newspaper together. Then they've had a lovely walk outside because it's a sunny day, and still Trina can walk, thankfully. Not far, maybe half a kilometre, say. I mean, they used to walk for ages, but half a kilometre with a little bit of support, just around putting her arm through her arm as they walk, and the friend's fine with Trina. She can walk that distance pretty ably. And then they come back, that takes 20 minutes or so. They sit in the rose garden, have a chat, come back. I mean, all this takes, 20 minutes for the newspaper reading, 20 minutes to half an hour for the walk. It's almost an hour up, and you've got something else on. You do have a life outside as well, the friend does. But she doesn't like to rush Trina because she knows that, she's the one and only visitor pretty much. And so she doesn't want Trina to get, panicked or upset or stressed about her leaving. But still, she has got something on today, and, it's actually a dentist appointment. So she's got to get moving. She has to be there on time. Okay, usually it's not like this, but today it is. So she goes in. Trina, Trina's just needed to go to the bathroom, and you've had your walk, you've done the newspaper reading, you've got to go. And Trina said, when are you going to come again? I'm not sure when you're going to come again. And, yeah, okay, so this has been happening a bit lately. This is when the stress point comes. And you say, look, Trina, we've had a lovely time. We've had the newspaper reading together. You've been to the newspaper reading with the group. We've had a beautiful walk outside. I've been here for an hour now, and actually I do have to go because I've got to get to the dentist. Oh, yes, I know. Yes, I understand. But when are you going to come again? Because I get so worried now because, no one else seems to come. And, if I don't know when you're going to come, then I get worried about when you're going to come and how you're going to, on and on and on. This can become quite a repeating scenario. So look, Trina, I'm sorry, but I do have to go because I've got a dentist appointment. I can't miss it. Yes, I understand that, but if you can just let me. Okay, so anyway, this was a pressure. You had to go anyway because there was the dentist appointment. You just had to go, and Trina was in a stressed out state. She didn't settle, and the nurses even rang you up later in the day saying she was so stressed and was calling out for you, and when were you coming back again? Yeah, okay, so all that good work, it seems like, oh my goodness, how to deal with this. It's a whole subject, actually. It's a whole subject, once again, a whole subject on how to depart from the dementia unit and how to have tolerance with that. So from that instance, the friends started to develop a new strategy. Okay, so generally she was there for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half with Trina, the friend. So what she started to do was, first thing is she got the little whiteboard in Trina's room, black felt tip, big letters, and put up the days that you're visiting, Monday, Wednesday and Saturday, if that's when you're visiting, and the time, say 10 o'clock each of those days. So the staff could tell Trina could read it, which she still could, thankfully, and it was all set in her mind when you were coming. So at least she knew those dates. She couldn't fret about that. Reduced the anxiety about when you were coming and if you were coming, because the nurse could say, or the carer, there are the times that your friend will be here to see you. So that was confirming for Trina, at least in terms of when the visits would be. 1 point done. Second point though, leaving. Trina used to get really agitated, more and more agitated with you leaving. So what you started to do, what you worked out, and also to help your own patience and tolerance with this whole thing, is that you, as the friend, you started saying, now Trina, I'm leaving soon, and like I've been here for an hour now, just to remind you that we've had a lovely walk outside. Oh yes, we did, didn't we? Yes, it was lovely weather. I'd forgotten about that, even though it was only just, half an hour ago, because no present memory. That's why it is good to remind. I'd forgotten about that. Yes. And we saw the lovely roses and the birds. I saw a tui today. Oh gosh, you remember that significant event. I saw a tui today, and I really love tuis. Yes, you do, Trina. I know you love tuis, because when we did all those walks and tramps in the, around the Fjordland and the native forest, you always loved tuis. In fact, I might get you a poster of a tui and put it up in your room. Oh yes, I would love to have a poster of a tui flying, and then when I'm lying in bed or sitting in my comfy chair, I can look at it and just remember all those good days. Okay, another little job, a big poster of a tui, the lovely native New Zealand bird. Okay, now the other thing you're doing too, okay, so back on to departure time. Okay, then of course, often what happens is that Trina becomes more chatty as you're leaving. Wants to know this, wants to know that, wants to know everything else. Now she's all warmed up. Rather than asking when you were there, as you're leaving, she wants to know everything. So what you need to do is tell Trina, what the friend has started to do is say, look Trina, I know that, as I'm leaving now, I do notice that you ask me you want to know quite a few things as I'm leaving. So I'm now telling you before I'm leaving in about 15 minutes, even 20 minutes we can give it. I'm telling you 20 minutes before I'm leaving that I will be leaving. So if you want to ask me anything, oh yes, I do want to ask you something. I want to ask you, when are you going to get the tui poster? Well, actually, I'll get it for you in the next week. Very good, very good. Okay, so you've got that all, time framed and sorted. Is there anything else you'd like, Trina? Sorry, you try and say it in a nice, friendly way. Is there anything else you'd like, Trina? Well, actually, yes, I would actually like some of those date scones that you make. Oh, another job. Yeah. Oh, sure. Okay, yep. And your next door neighbour, she likes those as well. I'll bring in the date scones, and I'll bring in the tui poster Tuesday next week. How would that do? Oh, that would be lovely. Lovely. But Trina, I do need, 5 more minutes and I need to go now. Are you all sorted? Yes, I feel all right about you going. I know you're coming. You've got the white, and you show her the whiteboard again. Yes, that's when you're coming. She's asked you the questions. She's settled. Okay, Trina. So I'll leave you here in this nice, lovely chair in the sunny alcove where you like to sit, and you can say goodbye to me from the car park down below, which you normally do. And your friend's coming soon. She'll be sitting next door to you in the sunny alcove. Oh, good. I like my next door neighbour, and I like her to sit with me, and we can have a chat, and I can say goodbye to you, and maybe a tui might fly over. You never know. There is a friendly one here that I give breadcrumbs out the window to in the morning. I know, Trina, and it's very good that you've got that lovely friendly tui and a lovely friendly neighbour. And anyway, now I really do have to go because time's up, and I just have to get moving. I'll see you in a couple of days. Okay, goodbye. So anyway, so that's all how to improve tolerance and patience through putting in processes, whiteboards and discussion, and telling Trina or 10 minutes before you leave. Okay, thank you everyone for the support.